Hi everybody and welcome to Gati's channel. Today I'm gonna show you guys how Australian accent is. Like a presentation from a zookeeper, many people said that the accent is hard to understand, and I'm also curious about that. So last month I had a chance to visit a small zoo in Sydney. I recorded this video and transcribed what he says. However, my listening is still weak. Therefore, the transcription may not be 100% accurate. So please feel free to correct me. Thank you so much to the zookeeper for his presentation with Monty, the python. You have a lovely voice.
I'm going to climb the tree and try to pull a koala out because that koala is going to be scared. Exact same with our snakes. If you guys ever see a wild snake, don't go trying to pick it up or playing with it because that is when we're most likely going to get bit. But with Munson here, because he is a python, he has no venom. So the way he hunts his food and gets his food and eats it is through constriction. So he's about 8 kilos. Lucky for me, he's not trying to constrict me at the moment. If he does start to squeeze me, it's not because he's trying to eat me. He's just trying to get his body temperature and warm up off me. And he's also just trying to get in a position where he feels nice and comfortable. As you can see, I'm not holding on to him. I'm letting him do his own thing. All our species of snake, they can all climb. They're all good climbers. So with me holding my arms out like this, he's just going to go wherever he wants, think that I'm a branch. He's just going to get in a position where he feels nice and comfortable. Hello.
That's a big...
Yeah. So, with Munson here, our snakes, they don't have very good eyesight. So that's why we say if you see snakes, stand nice and still because they think you're a tree. Our snakes, they do have good eyesight up close and for short distance and for movement. So if we come across a snake and we start freaking and standing in front of us and we start shaking our legs, moving around, it's going to see just something big swinging in front of it. It's going to get scared and it's going to try to protect itself. Where if we're in front of it, we stand nice and still, it's going to see an image, it's not going to know what it is, it's going to think it's a tree and it's just going to let us be. But so because Munson here, he doesn't have very good eyesight, and our snakes, they don't have ears, so they can't hear, so he needs to rely on his 2 other senses, which is his sense of touch and vibration. So usually snakes will move away before we even get to him because they can feel us coming in the ground. Now, but his best sense is his sense of smell. The reason why his sense of smell is so good, not only will he smell through his nostrils, but he'll also smell through his tongue. So he'll stick his tongue in and out, and he'll actually taste the air. So it's a bit like on the top of his mouth, he's got what's known as Jacobson's organ. It's a bit like your hard drive on your computer or PC at home. It stores all the information. So when he flicks his tongue in and out, he's picking up all the chemicals, all the scents, all the pheromones left behind by other animals. He flicks it back in his mouth, rubs up against that Jacobson's organ, which has all the old previous data installed, and it sends that information to the brain. That way there he knows what he's hunting. So with our black-headed pythons, these guys here, they're quite unique animals. With our python species, unlike our diamond pythons and carpet pythons, which have heat sensory pits, our snakes, they don't have the heat sensory pits. And that's because he's found out in the desert, so there's not many mammals or birds out there, there's mainly only reptiles. So because of that, he doesn't need his heat sensory pits, because the animals which he hunts isn't warm-blooded. So because of that, he does mainly rely on his sense of smell, just stick his tongue in and out, pick up all the smells, the pheromones. Who here has a dog at home? Yeah, and you come home after patting another dog or something and it can smell the dog on you. It's got a very good sense of smell. A dog's sense of smell is about 12 times better than us humans. A snake's is about 30 times better than ours. So they have a very good sense of smell. Now they have that Jacobson's organ, which as I was saying is like their hard drive. Then they've also got their nav man. So when he sticks his tongue in and out, you'll see it split into 2 forks. And that's to help him navigate where the food is coming from. So I'm going to use an example, sir. We're going to pretend that you're a nice big lace monitor or goanna, which this guy's after trying to hunt. So he'll pick up your smell, he's constantly flicking his tongue in and out, and you're going to start coming stronger on his left side of his tongue. So he's flicking his tongue out, trying to find his food, he's picking up your smell, and you're stronger on the left side. So he's going to start to head to the left, slowly making his way over. As soon as your smell starts to come stronger on his right side of his tongue, he knows he's gone too far, and that's when he's going to start to straighten up back this way here. Sticking it out again, he's gone too far again, he's going to come back. And as soon as he's in this range here, this is when you're going to be able to see him, but he's going to be close enough just to strike out. Now, as I said, he has no venom, so this guy here, he needs to be nice and strong. And that's because, as I was saying, they can go 4 months without eating, so if he comes across the chance to get a food, he's strikes out at you and you get away, he has to go another 4 months without eating. And I definitely would not want to go 8 months without eating. So when he does strike out, he wants to make sure, hello? He wants to make sure that he holds on as hard and as tight as what he can, so his food item cannot get away. So he strike out, hold on, he will slowly start to coil around. And every time that lazy one takes a breath out, he's just going to squeeze a little bit tighter until each breath becomes shorter and shorter and shorter. And eventually the goanna will not be able to get any more air and he's going to pass away. Then our snake here, he has quite a big task. He has to eat that food item whole. So unlike us where we can chew our food, our jaws are joined together by bone, we can chew, we've got a much stronger bite. These guys here, their jaws are joined together by tendons and cartilage. So it's almost as if their top and bottom jaw are hovering. So instead of being able to chew, they just have a much more flexible bite. He can open his mouth up 180 degrees. So this guy here, he'll be able to swallow something about that much bigger than his head. And because of that, he has to swallow his food whole, take a couple of days to digest, and he'll go out and try to track down another food item which can take a few months. That's pretty much it about our snakes. I will go through just a bit of safety information, but I'll let the adults come up and have a hold, and if the kids want to come up, they can have a bit of a pat. Now in Australia, we do have 10 out of the top 10 most venomous snakes in the world, and here we are in the Australian bush. So we do have a few wild snakes here in the bush. However, we do hardly ever see them, and that's because, as I said, they're very sensitive to vibration. So they feel us coming and they move straight away before we even get to them. We do have 10 out of the top 10 most venomous snakes, but they are not the 10 most dangerous snakes. And that's because they're not large enough to eat us. So us Australians, we are quite smart, and we know that if we see a snake, we will leave it alone. If we see a snake on a footpath, we don't go over to it and try to pick it up and play with it, poke it with a stick. Exact same as if we see a koala up in a tree, we don't go climbing up the tree to pull the koala out. We just leave it alone, and it will leave us nice and alone. But other than that, that's about it for me today, guys. The next talk is at 1 o'clock. And that will be our kinder talk. But if you guys want to come up and give our python a hold, or if the kids want to come give him a pat, you guys are more than welcome to.
I don't want it, but I've got to break my fear. Hold him or just pat?
Just pat for the kids.
I think I want to hold to break a fear.
That's all good. If the adults just want to have a pat, that's fine. Nice and
How old is that one?
So Munson here, he'll be a couple years old. I can turn his head that way.
Is there a way that he prefers to be patted?
So just pretty much not up on his head, just on his back. I'll keep his head away from you guys. So if you want to pat him on his back there. It's the exact same with us. If someone came up and touched us on the face, he's not going to like it. Where if we go and pay $50 to get a massage, and it's just making sure that we're not squeezing, we're just patting him nice and gentle. So I'll just get you guys to wait, if you guys can just move back a bit, just so that we're not overcrowding him, because we don't want to make him feel too overwhelmed.
Wow, that was exciting. I've got a fear and I've learned to break the barrier.
You want to come on up? You can. So because you do have a bit of a fear, I won't give you the whole thing. What I will do, I'll get you to put your hands out nice and in front of you, nice and flat in front of you, and I'll give you his tail. I'll hold on to his head. A bit more. Handling our snakes here, it is very safe. As I said, they've got no venom, they're very used to being handled, and they are very well fed, so they hardly ever bite. Now, just with you, because I have a fear, I'm just going to keep this head away just because I don't want to scare you out too much. His own distance is safe. A lot of people think the head's the dangerous side, but a few days after eating the bottom is snake poo or snake urine is very hard to get off you. It's got quite a strong smell. So about 4 days after he eats, yep. Yeah, we'll just wait until other people. Yep. I'll take him back. So down here, he's not gonna poo today. He got fed on Tuesday, so he would have probably poo in probably 2 more days, 1 more day. As long as you don't squeeze him too tight, you should be fine. I'm not
squeezing him at all.
Perfect. I'll take him off you. One of you guys want to come on up? Oh, you guys in here. That's all. You got to put your hands up nice and flat.
They're excited. Don't squeeze.
This will be nice and flat. Okay.
Oh,
That's all good.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want him in front of you or do you want to use it around your neck? In front of you, yep. Then you want to put your hands up nice and flat. He's not Rod. He is quite heavy. He's very heavy.
turn around. Turn around for the camera. Aussie, where's he going to go?
Got a photo.
Great.
His name is Munson.
Thank you for watching and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye for now.